When clients come in to see us over a commercial truck wreck, one of the first things they want to know is the value of their case. That's very, very difficult to determine, and I often tell people that if you go to see an attorney for an initial meeting right after you've been injured and they tell you the value of your case, you need to find a different attorney. That's not something that can be determined until it is known the extent of your injuries, which requires you to go through your medical treatment and understand how much better, if at all, you were going to get. Obviously, a case where you fully recover in some amount of time is not worth a case, the same value as a case where you're not going to recover over the full amount of time necessary. So those are things that have to be looked at to determine. When you're talking about a commercial truck wreck, these are often cases that have some substantial injuries because a small car doesn't stand a chance in a hard collision with a commercial truck. Another thing that generally makes commercial truck cases more valuable than individual car wrecks is the way that Georgia law is applied to them, in that juries are typically more willing to pay more of other people's money for personal injuries when it is a corporation on the defense side than they are on an individual. They typically think that corporations have more money and therefore it won't be as big of an impact to them as it would be to an individual. So those cases have more value to a jury, and they have more value when you're talking settlement with insurance companies as well. Another thing to keep in mind in terms of personal injuries arising from commercial truck wrecks is that for the most part, your injury is the value of your injury is going to be capped at the amount of liability insurance that the defendant has. A commercial truck can't have a $25,000 policy the way that a individual motor vehicle can. So when you have a commercial vehicle that has caused the wreck, there's generally going to be a lot more insurance involved. So these are all types of things that can greatly affect the value of your case as well as the extent of your injury. So my best advice is that if you have been injured in any extent in a wreck involving a commercial truck, hire a personal injury attorney immediately who can help you through this process and make sure everything's done in your case to an extent that makes your case able to be put together in a proper form and everything aligned so that you can get the best recovery possible. If you'd like to talk with me about your case, I'd love to talk to you. We're here to help.